Yep, everything's working. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first actual Let's Play. It's not going to be that great. Can't really do much about this one, but hey, it's a start, right? You remember that game I played, literally no commentary, like literally a few days ago? Yeah, the one nobody watched? Yeah, we're doing it again. How does he do it? I know. Content, baby, content. But this game released in December 28th, 1991. Some kid got this game for a birthday present. Birthday? Well, I'm sure some people did in Japan, but a lot of people got it for Christmas that year, I guess. Anyway, it's a very decent game. Hopefully, I can show that to you as you see them. So, this was made by Tomy Corporation. We'll be seeing them again eventually. The evil Jark Empire attacked from the 5th dimension with their huge secret weapon. I didn't get to read. Anyway, welcome to the first mission. Here you see Kabirian, or actually known as Moldian. This is from episode 7 or 8. Yeah, that's 8. Sorry. My notes are a little messed up. That's episode 8. So anyway, you're noticing the combo here. I'm just clawing away at with the Ken sword. We are piloting Ken-Oh. Piloted by Jin. Now we need to move on to Oh, Dr. Pokemon. Notice how much damage that did, by the way. Holy crap. And then one of these, and one of these. Notice, however, that it only got to 3. About to show here. Every boss is health gated. Their health bar will not go past 3 bars. But they can certainly kick our ass up. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, at this point, the only thing that'll do damage is by combining, and we are going to combine. That's right. We are now Raijin-Oh, the matchless one. Anyway, this is going to be very easy. Pick up Flash first. You see how suddenly his health just drains. And one more. That's a shield. And they're done. Next up, we have Dead Bear. Dead Bear was actually cookies. So there was a girl in the anime. I wish I could show you, but copyright hounds will have me for dinner if I show any part of anime. You know that. Dead Bear is a little girl's teddy bear named Cookie. The little girl's name is Cookie. Think that's weird? One of the little girls in the anime was named Potato. Be thankful that's not yours, I guess. Anyway, same pattern. None of the bosses ever do anything different. Just learn how to dodge their attacks. Their one attack that they do. See that? Jump over it. Just like that. And yes, you can just do, like, Ken-Oh only. Like, he'll do damage up till 3. Like I said, every boss is health gated for some reason. See, he does a lot of damage. If you want to. But it's just faster to switch to Ho-Oh. Get that damage in. And now I can show you once again that these bosses are health gated. That normally would have got him down to 1, but that doesn't work here. So, combine again. Matchless combination. We are now Raijin-Oh. And 2 of those, and 1 shield. Done and done. Next one. This is not Abdura. This is actually Euler. From episode 10. The last one, by the way, Dead Bear, was from episode 11. They switched them on ya. By the way, you can also use... I also just took a fucking screenshot and I'm amazing at this shit. Clearly, I'm just great. This is going fantastically. Don't worry, I'm not gonna delete it. I didn't know this controller even had a function like that. I guess I do now. Anyway, he's a little bit harder to... He usually does too, like that. They'll do 2 every time. But he's easy. The pattern doesn't change that much to where you have to worry about it. It's just 1 extra projectile. I think you can handle it. That I don't. It's fine. We can just switch. Back to Ho. Oh, we actually missed. Doesn't matter. We got 3 health bars. Combine again. Matchless combination. If you're wondering, in episode 11, the oiler, by the way, you can just walk off screen and have him walk off screen for a minute. Oiler basically just ate everyone's oil. The enemies were not that great. Anyway, let's kill him. Same combination, and done. Moving on. Marshmallow! So, I thought there was a typhoon, but it very clearly isn't. That's actually its name. Marshmallow. So, either the anime's wrong or the game's wrong. I don't know. There's not much research on the internet about this. And it's not like I can ask the developers themselves. Anyway. Same pattern, same as the first. This one's a little different. He doesn't seem to do the projectile as much as the other one. Oiler seems to be the exception for some reason. Which is very odd. I hope we get to see the health gating again. By the way, we're not health gated. They are. And matchless combination. Here we are. Ow. Anyway, same pattern. And done. Round 5. Skeleton. This one's pattern is a little bit more difficult. He tends to try and he does the blast and then he tries to push you into it by running at you. The blasts do more damage than anything else for some reason. By the way, you can just spam. Yeah. See how he tries to just hop over it a little bit differently. Just like that. Always, I mean, I'm gonna get hit, of course. Because the game's cheap, but that's alright. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Remember, you got other machines to do. Yeah, they also do that occasionally. Where they just kind of just defy gravity. Anyway, you know the drill by now. What you do to not damage, time for the matchless combination. Lovely. And there you go. Round 6. I have no idea who the fuck this is. I've checked everywhere. I have no idea. His name is BioLion, but I've never seen him before in my entire life. Anyway, in this fight, you notice we are already combined into Raijin-Oh. That's because this is the second half of the anime. At this point, Raijin-Oh is not enough, so you gotta bring out the dragon. The dragon has 2 bodies combined. What the hell? Oh, he's out. Anyway, he's surprisingly easy, this BioLion. He doesn't really do much. As you can see, he kind of just floats around like an asshole. It's very easy. And then he does that, but that's fine. He has the same projectile as everybody else. It's the same thing, basically. We're at the health gate, and it's time to combine into the new one. Now we are God Raijin-Oh. But again, it's the same thing. Just launch. I noticed that we don't have a bazooka. That's because if you use them all up beforehand, you can't use anymore. Again, projectiles do the best if you still have your bazooka keep using. You might also notice he just kind of does that occasionally, but yeah. This guy. This is Jaku Satan. He was introduced a while back when the Jaku Beasts were not good enough. The Jaku Beasts just keep getting their ass kicked by Raijin-Oh. So they upped the ante with Jaku Satan, the mech for the other side. They are third dimensioners. Third dimensioners are trying to take over the Earth, and he is our foil. Anyway, when you use your shield there, you don't get another one, so his attacks are a little bit hard to deal with. Jaku Satan, I don't think we'll fight him very much. He was in every battle from that point onward, when God Raijin-Oh was invented. Not invented, but made. But we only get one boss battle with him here, as far as I know anyway. Anyway, there's actually somebody inside of it who becomes our friend later on. Well, that's in the anime. Obviously, that's not the anime, so. You can see Jaku Satan. Kind of a tough customer. Kicking my butt a little bit. Try and avoid his projectile at all times. Also, try to avoid it as much as you can if you can. Anyway, we're at the time at the health gate. Time to transform into God Raijin-Oh. Do not underestimate him. He does a lot of damage. Use your bazooka. Use your bazooka. If you still have your shield, use it. You can also use this. But yeah, that happens. That happens. That's why you don't use that. But that's fine. We're just gonna play it again. As you see. No, I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. That's right. One continue. One life. And you're done. I'm glad that actually happened. I wanted to show it off. Yes, I did that on purpose. Just to show you. One continue is all you got. And if you don't know what you're doing in this game, you will get killed very fast. Jaku Satan is kind of the difficulty curve of the game. So, as you can see, I can mess these guys up like this nobody tomorrow. But Jaku Satan can mess you up. He's actually pretty much the de facto boss of this game. Don't worry, it's not gonna take that long. It ain't gonna take that long at all. I just gotta, I gotta stretch out the content, I gotta show you everything I can. I can't show you an anime. I gotta show you something, Gotta show you everything I can. Anyway, I've already showed the health gate. Hey, we got... Don't worry, it's not gonna take that long. And yes, I could cut this, but this is part of the experience of playing Raijin-Oh. When you fail, you go right back. That's that old school difficulty that I kind of like about this game. It forces you to learn attacks. It forces you to learn... Even though there are not many versions of it, there's not many versions of the attacks. They're very telegraphed, of course, but... It's got that old school toughness that I like. It's not very long, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get your ass kicked. And you can fail. Raijin-Oh is not invincible in this one, as he wasn't in the original show either. In fact, Raijin-Oh it's actually weaker now than he was when you fucking win versus Jakuseiden than he was, which is not actually a part of the anime. In the anime, Jakuseiden and Raijin-Oh were actually equals, but not in this game. But yeah, the reason why I did that is to not only show you that you have one life, you better not screw it up, and two, I don't know, I like this game. I don't know why. I know others don't, but I do. It's got that old school feel, and I didn't mind learning the mechanics. There's a unique charm to it, even though, you know, we're sitting here fighting Euler again. Which I know for some of you is like, oh my god, get to the point. Oh no, this is the point. This is the game. Like, this is gonna be the experience of a player. To show it. And yeah, I know I could have just done that first try. I understand that. But that's not the experience you're going to have. That's not the experience anybody's going to have. What's going to happen is that you're going to fail, and then you're going to go, oh my god, I'm right back to the beginning again. This is bullshit. And you know what? Despite it being bullshit that happens, I like it that way. Like, yeah, you could just have checkpoints and stuff, but this is a gauntlet. You gotta learn the patterns of every boss. You gotta learn the attack points of every boss. You gotta watch their patterns. You gotta watch. Because the game is not going to hand you anything. Okay. Oh. Controller did not want to work there. That's fine. But yeah, look at that. I already took damage. That's because he's pushing me into his projectile. As I said, that's what he does. He follows his projectile in to push you into it, so he does damage. The projectile is actually the best part of the monster. See that? See, I get to why. See, this is another reason why I did this, to show you it's not always gonna be perfect, bro. You're going to get your ass kicked. Trying to get a couple. There we go. And no, don't worry, we're not gonna die again. This is for real this time. Hey, I gotta make these somewhat entertaining. Somehow. Gotta make them somewhat effective. There we go. And here we are again. This time I'm not gonna use my shield. I'm gonna wait. Again, you can definitely just use everything you got. That'll be fine. I don't like doing that though. You can get pretty far just spamming, but you gotta learn the attacks. You gotta learn the patterns. You got one life to live, and you gotta make it. And these guys are not invincible. I missed. That's not good. That's fine though. That's fine. I'm gonna have to health kit anyway. A little bit extra damage. I need a little bit more extra damage. I'll show off the drill. Of the Fire Kiryu. This is the mech form of the dragon that you've been seeing. This basically takes the place of one of the other mechs. There we go. Into God Raijin-Oh. Like I said, he is not that strong, children. Look at that. Like I said. See, even yes, they survive on 1 HP because you didn't do that much damage. That's another thing that can happen. Now, let's kick this guy's ass, shall we? Like, for real, for real. Also, he's gonna defy gravity, that's fine. Turn down reality. Don't you worry, everybody. Don't you worry, viewers. I'm not failing again. That was demonstration. I gotta mimic the experience I had playing this game. Without any knowledge of how these things work. Look how much damage he does, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not careful, he can't kick your ass. Watching my health. Okay, switch. Do some damage there. Alright, drill. See, look at that. Because I can't do anything about it. Fine. And now we got an extra shot. And that'll be the end of him. Not as easy as you think, but... See how they survive? Yeah. Anyway, here's the last battle. And he is not as bad as Jakuzen is. Not even slightly. In fact, he might actually be worse than Jakuzen. I'm saying that as I take damage, but that's alright. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I'm not dying again. Don't worry about it. He has basically every... He seems to have the same AI as Violighten? Violighten, I think his name was. Don't you worry. I know, you're all worried because, oh my god, he's down on luck again. Don't worry so much, guys. Again, that was just for demonstration purposes. Shouldn't have to worry. Don't worry so much. I'm playing this way to show you how much control I have over the game. I can die when I want to die. Over that. Okay. And now let's finish the game, shall we? Anyway, this is S-Jark. I don't know who this is. I have no data. So here we go. We're gonna kick his ass. See how done they're very durable, but don't worry about it. Oh. Yeah, see, he carries all of it. And that's the end of the game. Evil Jark's empire attempt was conquered, Earth was thwarted, and peace has returned. And that's the game. So, that was the game. Hopefully this was an entertaining experience for you. And I'm uploading it just like that. No edits. Because that's the experience. And I hope you had a good one too. Hopefully this was an experience for you. Anyway, bye-bye. and I'll see you in the next video game. Bye-bye. Cartographer out.